Hi guys, good morning. This is Srinivasan. Today the topic we are going to discuss is one of the interesting topic from civics. Unit number 3, the state government. Now we are going to see one of the part from state government, the executive. Before going to the class, I am going to ask 5 questions from previous chapter. Question number 1. What are the classifications of industries? What are the classifications of industries? Question number 2. The jute mill in India was established at dash. The jute mill in India was established at dash. Question number 3. What is the golden fiber? What is the golden fiber crop? Question number 4. The Royal Bengal paper mills located at dash. Question number 4. The Royal Bengal paper mills located at dash. The last question number 5. It's a general question. Dash industry contributed more to Indian GDP. Dash industry contributed more to Indian GDP. GDP means gross domestic product. Okay guys, let's we go to the class. Shall we go? Introduction. The Constitution of India envisages for a federal government. Envisages means உதவுகின்றது. Having separate systems of administration for the union and states. The Constitution contains provisions for the governance of both the union and the states. It lays down a uniform structure for the state government. In Part 6 of the Constitution from Article 152 to 237, which is applicable to all the states. The structure of the state government as formed in the center consists of 3 branches. These are the executive, the legislature and the judiciary. First, we are going to see the executive. The governor. The governor is the constitutional head of the state executive. The administration of a state is carried on in the name of the governor. Generally, there is a separate governor in each state, but if the situation warrants so, the same person may be appointed as the governor of 2 or more states. Article 154 vests the executive power of the state in the governor. Article 154 in 1 holds that the executive power of the state shall be vested in the governor and shall be exercised by him either directly or through officers subordinate to him in accordance with his constitution. Appointments. How the governors are appointed. The governor of a state shall be appointed by the president. His usual term of office is 5 years, but he holds office during the pleasure of the president. Generally, the governor does not belong to the state where he is appointed. He can also be transferred from one state to another by the president. He can also resign any time by addressing his resignation to the president. The legislature of a state or a high court has no role in the removal of a governor. A person may be appointed as a governor for any number of terms. Next, we are going to see qualification of governor. The governor should be a citizen of India and he must have completed 35 years of age. And governor should not be a member of parliament or of any state legislature. If he is a member of any of legislature, he automatically vacates his seat on assuming the office. He should not hold any other profitable occupation. Powers and functions of the governor. The governor is the head of the state executive and he has enormous powers. The following department he shows his powers: executive power, legislative power, financial power, judicial power, discretionary power, emergency powers. These are all the powers the governor can show his power. Now we are going to see executive powers of governor. The constitution vests all executive powers of the state government in the governor. He may exercise this power either directly or through officials subordinate to him. He is the constitutional head of the state. The same time, all the administration is carried on his name. The executive powers and functions of the governors are mentioned. He appoints the leader of the majority party in the state legislative assembly as the chief minister of the state. Next, he appoints other members of the council of ministers on the recommendation of the chief minister. And next, he appoints the advocate general of the state and determines his remuneration. The advocate general holds office during the pleasure of the governor. He appoints the chairman and members of the State Public Service Commission. However, they can be removed only by the president and not by a governor. He appoints the state election commissioner and determines his conditions of service and tenure of office. However, the state election commissioner can be removed only in like manner and on the like grounds as a judge of a high court. He acts as the chancellor of universities state. Chancellor means Vendor. He also appoints the vice chancellors of universities in the state. And finally, he directly rules all the state when there is the imposition of the president's rule in the state. So these all are included in executive powers of the governor of state. Next, we are going to see legislative power of the governor. The first point, he has the right to summon, prorogue the state legislature and dissolve the state legislative assembly. Summon, varavazhaikkappadudal. Prorogue means ottivaithal. Dissolve means kalaithal. And next, he can address the state legislature at the commencement of the first session after each general election and the first session of each year. And third one, he can send messages to the houses of the state legislature relating to a bill pending in the legislature. And fourth one, he can appoint any member of the legislative assembly to preside over its proceeding when the office of both the speaker and the deputy speaker fall vacant. Presides means தலைமை ஏற்றுது நடத்துதல். And next, he can nominate one member to the state legislature assembly from the Anglo-Indian community. He nominates 1/6 of the members of the state legislative council from amongst the person having special knowledge or practical experience in literature, science, art, cooperative movement and social service. And next, he decides on the questions of disqualification of members of the state legislature in consultation with the election commission. Every bill passed by the state legislature will become law only after his signature. But when a bill is sent to the governor after it is passed by the legislature, he has the options to give his assent to the bill or withhold his assent to the bill or return the bill for the reconsideration of the legislature. He has to reserve any bill passed by the state legislature which endangers means ஆபத்து, endangers the position of the state high court for the consideration of the president. He can promulgate ordinance when the state legislature is not in session under Article 213, but this ordinance must be approved by the legislature within 6 months. He can also withdraw an ordinance at any time. he has to lay the annual reports of the State Finance Commission, the State Public Service Commission, and the Comptroller and Auditor General relating to the accounts of the state before the state legislature. Next, we are going to see financial powers of our state governor. The constitution confers on the governors the duty to get prepared and introduced to the state legislature the annual budget and also the supplementary budgets if necessary. Second one, he causes the annual financial statement of the state to be presented in the legislative assembly. Third one, he presents through the Minister of Finance of the state the supplementary budget of the state to the legislative assembly if there be such a need. Next, money bills can be introduced in the state legislature only with his the prior recommendation. And next, no demand for any grant can be made except on his recommendation. And next, he can make advances out of the state contingency fund to meet any unforeseen expenditure. எதிர்பாராத செலவுகள். He constitutes a finance commission after every 5 years to review the financial position of the panchayats and municipalities. Next, we are going to see judicial power of governor. He appoints the attorney general of the state. Next, he appoints judges to the subordinate courts in the state. And next, he makes appointment, posting and promotions of the district judges in consultation with the state high court. And next, the chief justice of the high court in the state is appointed by the president in consultation with him. And last one, he can pardon, commute or reprieve punishment on receipt of appeals for mercy. கருணையின் விளைவாக தண்டனைகளை தள்ளி வைத்தல், ஒத்தி வைத்தல், இல்லாமல் செய்தல். He have all the rights. The next side heading is discretionary powers. The governor can serve a bill for the consideration of the president. Second one, he recommends for the imposition of the president's rule in the state. And third one, he seeks information from the chief minister relating to the administrative and legislative matters of the state. And fourth one, he can call the leader of any party to form ministry in the state when there is no clear-cut majority to any party in the legislative assembly after the general election. He can dismiss the council of ministers when it is unable to prove the confidence of the legislative assembly. And last, he can dissolve the legislative assembly if the council of ministers has lost its majority. And last important thing, emergency power of our governor. If the governor is satisfied that the government of the state is not carried on in accordance with the provisions of the constitution, he may under article 356 recommended to the president to impose president rule in that state. As soon as the president rule is imposed, the administration of the state is carried on by the governor as the representative of the president. Privileges of the governor. Article 361 provides for the following privileges for the governor. The governor of the state is not be answerable to any court for the exercise and performance of the powers and duties of his office or for any act done or purporting to be done by him in the exercise and performance of those powers and duties. No criminal proceedings whatever shall be instituted or continued against the governor of a state in any court during his term of office. No process for the arrest or imprisonment of the governor of a state shall issue from any court during his term of office. No civil proceedings in which relief is claimed against the governor of a state. Okay guys, let's recall from the beginning by your own. Thank you guys. Our lesson came to an end. I will meet you on following videos. Bye bye from Srinivasan. Love you all.